how'd the break treat you?
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see when coming out of it, but it's always good to kind of reflect on the things you got to do coming out of the break and try to be more focused. And you kind of know who you are at that point in time, so you got to lean into that a little bit more. And guys look good today in practice.
Was there one or two themes that kind of stuck out to you as you kind of looked at what needs to happen down the stretch here?
Yeah, I think we gotta get back to a little bit more integrity in our shell defense. We gotta finish possessions a little bit better defensively without fouling. The fouling's been hurting us lately. Rebounding, of course. Shot contestedness, a lot of the little things really. This is kind of all about the details right now. And offensively, we just got to maintain the rhythm that we know we can play with when Ant and Julius are, the playmaking engines as much as anything else. Yeah, awesome. We were lost without him. Nobody knew who to say 1, 2, 3 Wolves at the end of our huddle up. We had a few of those quiet moments, but no, I mean honestly, he's meant so much to us. We don't have the success that we've had without him. It's great to have him back for all the reasons, so the leadership and the maturity and the experience that he brings. And, so fortunate.
Io and Bones emerging here the last couple of weeks. How do you see his role coming back?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything's on the table right now. We've got some things to work through. Those two guys, Io and Bones, have been great. No doubt about it. They're a nice little combination too. So we'll just kind of take it day by day as we move forward. So we don't have anything pre-scripted really right now.
Are you factoring in a faster pace? I mean, you've been growing the pace every month pretty much anyway.
Well, yeah, I think, just those guys play a little faster in general. I think that's kind of been a byproduct of their partnership. Better defensive late has created more fast break opportunities. Pace has been one of our kind of points of emphasis all season. So far we've really done a good job, I think. We just have to maintain it in our half-court decision-making more than, I think, running in transition.
Ant has traditionally finished low on the pace lever. Is that something that is part and parcel of meeting double teams, or you want him to play with more up-tempo teammates or more up-tempo in general, or do you like where it's at?
I mean, with him in particular, it's more about just increasing the pace of his decision-making, and also kind of getting us maybe into our early actions a little bit quicker, and that does two things. It gets others involved, creates a pretty good rhythm, and then also he becomes lethal off ball, which is what we need to find more of that in the flow.
You talked about the importance of his individual defense for the team's success at various points during the season, preseason. Now with this much time left, is this emphasizing that of trying to create a consistency to
absolutely
be a ramp for the playoffs?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is 26 games, 1/3 of your season left. A ton of them are worth double if you really think about it. So this is the time where you got, he has the capacity to be the best two-way player in the league. Really, when he's playing that way, we're a whole nother team defensively. So he's really got to lean in and lead us that way.
Chris, you said nothing pre-scripted with Mike for how much he's going to play. And just more curious with your bench, big picture. You kind of shallow at times over the season, and now if DJ's coming back, out here, Mike back, you have more depth. How do you approach that, and does that impact the top players too?
Well, I mean, of course, if you add to the rotation, it's going to impact the top players. There's only so many minutes to go around. We are, now with TJ back, I think this is the healthiest that we've been in a long time. The deepest. We thought we'd be deep in the beginning of the season. For whatever reason, it didn't turn out that way. So I think, guys maybe in a little bit more in their natural role too, with TJ and Jalen, those guys, instead of having to rely on them as seventh men, seventh, eighth guys who produce every single night. They could be, more between situational guys or X factors. There's going to be an opportunity for every one of them coming down the stretch. There just always is. So, So we'll just see how it comes.
How did Mike look today? Did you get the sense
Pardon?
that? How did Mike look today? Did you get the sense a couple weeks off? Did you come good, I guess?
Yeah, he looked great. Yeah, he says he feels really good, and he's been getting his work in alongside of everything anyway. So yeah, he looked really good.
When you say games are worth double here, these final 26, like, is there an importance on finishing like top 4, like having home court in the first round of the playoffs?
Well, sure. I mean, we're not afraid to go anywhere or play anybody, but obviously you want to give yourselves the best chance. I mean, so we have that in front of us. I think we're a game and a half back from third as it stands now. But we got some ground to cover, and obviously we all have to play each other. So.
Are you a mature enough team now that you don't have to worry about expanding your offensive and defensive packages for the postseason?
I think it's the opposite. I think defensively we are looking at a few wrinkles that we would like to add. Offensively, I think it's about reducing our package. I think there's things that we can maybe go to, specialty items, but I feel like we got to streamline it. We know what works at this stage. We know, kind of who we are or who we need to be and where we need to direct the ball and how. So I think that's what we learn along the way. So at the one end, maybe expand it. The other one, just shrink.
Would it be zones or would it be
think-
pressure or what would it be?
I think it'd be more just coverages, switching opportunities, aggressiveness, things like that. Yeah.
Chris, Johnny, you think got waived.
Yes.
Kind of what did his time in Minnesota look like? What are some of the positives that?
Yeah, I mean, Johnny was great for what we brought him here for. We thought there might be more opportunity for him along the way. As a two-way, I think regrettably we burned through the games early on. We could have probably saved some and used them a little bit more in the last month or so coming up into the trade deadline. He's got a high-level skill being able to shoot the ball. He's played enough NBA minutes. I'm sure he's going to, continue to have an opportunity somewhere else. And, maybe down the road that's here. He was nothing but a great pro and a joy to coach every single day.
I also wanted to just ask you, Anthony Edwards wins the All-Star MVP. There's that kind of video of you and him talking on the phone. Just what's that relationship like between you two behind the scenes that makes it so fun to go to?
Well, first of all, we're really proud of him. A great honor for him. Reflects well on the organization, of course. And I think Ant's always enjoyed big moments. And it's kind of neat. There was some questions about whether he was, going to be kind of healthy enough to play. So he did step up and play. So we're proud of that. Our relationship has evolved as every relationship does. I turned on the TV the other day and was a fan and watching a great player do his thing and have fun doing it. Just like everyone else, I wanted to, give him a call and let him know we were watching and how proud of him we were. Thanks.